From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You know me, I don't like the cute flight attendant routine.
I know. You just want to get on a flight, have a glass of wine, have everyone leave you the hell alone.
Just leave me alone.
Get to your destination.
Yes.
And that's it.
Thank you. You know me so well,
You
boo.
don't want people even when the plane is landing, you don't want people clapping for the pilot. You don't want none of that.
I want none of that.
No pleasantries. Leave me alone.
Thank you. There's a clip in there that I want you to play.
Okay.
And so this was after this flight, and surprise, surprise, it's a Southwest flight.
Oh no, what happened?
Which is like taking a bus. You ever flown Southwest before?
Never.
There's no assigned seats, right? It's like taking a bus. They let you on the plane.
What?
Yeah, they let you on the plane.
It's a free-for-all?
It's a free-for-all, yeah. They let you on, like, by numbers. You line up, like, if your ticket is, like, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4, they let in Zone 1. You go on the plane, you find a seat.
Really?
Yeah, and then Zone 2, same thing, right?
That
It's a bus.
efficient.
It's a bus.
Okay, I don't like that.
So, anyway, there's a 4-hour delay, right?
Oh, geez.
So everybody's just on edge already. So
They're
there's
on the plane or 4-hour delay? Everyone's in the...
They're on the plane.
They were on the plane for 4 hours more? Is that what it was? Yeah. So they were on the plane for 4 hours, and just before takeoff, the flight attendant gets on the mic, and I want everybody's opinion on this here, okay? I understand they got a job to do, and I understand that they are the hosts of that vessel, and it is their job to keep people calm, sort of reduce tension, all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 hours on a plane, delayed, and then the flight attendant, somebody from the flight crew, jumps on the mic and does this.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
my
If
God.
you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it. Woo! You better say it. You better say it. Yay. Everybody.
First of all, this is not American Idol, so stop auditioning for me. Right? Second of all...
Yeah, people were into it, though. People were into it.
I feel like kids would have been into that. I could see how a child would be into that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, at least, after
Yeah.
being on that plane for how many hours
4.
you were flying.
Yeah.
And then 4 hours. Did this happen at the end of the flight?
No, it was the beginning of
At
the
the
flight.
beginning
They
of the
hadn't even
flight.
flown yet.
And then you still have to fly.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I would be as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Let's just go.
I mean, I do know how I
hot,
feel
I'm
about it. I don't like
I
it.
feel gross. Let's just go.
Yeah, and it's not the time for you to have a moment. You know what I mean, Shem?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk. Okay, so let's talk her voice first, Shem.
Fantastic. Look,
Okay.
it sounded like she was in church, not church, like church.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm all for church. We
Yeah.
all know this in this room. I'm all
Yes.
for church.
Yes, sir.
But after a 4-hour flight delay, no, come on, man. I don't listen. I love my black sister because I know it's a black woman. I love her. I love her, but come on, man.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay, maybe she'll change. Play it again. Maybe she changed my mind. Maybe she changed
If
my
you're
mind.
happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it.
Right there. Block
Yeah.
on him.
You better say it, everybody.
Like, there's like a couple of details I would need to know. Like, this happened like right before they were about to take off. I need to know how long the flight was going to be.
Well, it's Southwest, so it's not going to be that long. They don't fly to Europe or anything like that.
I'd rather a free drink.
Still,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Thank
if you
you.
want a free drink,
Thank
clap your
you.
hands.
Yes.
Everybody in there be clapping.
Thank you.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Go.
When you were younger, right? You ever go to a friend's house and see their old man sitting around in like a robe or his underpants or something like that?
No. Don't tell me.
No, because Rox had a friend coming over yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the table, and it's Sunday. I'm at the table, I'm on my computer, everything else, and I'm wearing a robe, right?
Okay.
Like, that's it. Like, I'm wearing a robe.
With nothing
No,
underneath?
I got stuff on underneath. I got underpants on and a T-shirt, but I'm in a robe. And they're like, so her friend's coming over at 3. At 2:05, Catherine goes, you got to go get dressed.
Yeah.
And I was like, for what? She's like, well, Roxy's friend's coming over. I'm like, at 3. She's like, yeah, you better go get dressed. I'm like, first of all,
it's
I'm
not
not
gonna
getting
take you
up.
55 minutes to
Thank
get
you.
dressed.
So then at 2:40, hey, go get dressed. And I was like, honestly, it's Sunday, right? I go, what's the problem? What's the problem? I remember when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So many times I'd go to friends' houses and I'd see their old man like stumble out of the bedroom in a robe. And he would just stay. I used to go to one friend's house where I'd walk in and his old man would be sitting at the kitchen table in his underpants drinking a beer.
Yeah, classy.
Right? Like, that was normal.
Enjoying my day.
Yeah, that was normal. I'd walk in, hey, what's up? And then I'd go to my friend's room. We just like play video games and wrestling dolls and stuff. Right? That was normal. Every friend I had growing up, I saw their dad in a robe.
Do you think it would have been different if you were a girl?
If I was a girl?
What do you mean?
Like, the dad wouldn't be in a robe if you were a girl going over to the friend's house.
I have no idea. I'm not a girl.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen any of my friends.
You never saw any of your friends' fathers in robes growing up?
No.
Really?
I don't think so, at least.
Oh.
Like, it's nothing that's like, was so shocking that it's
But
memorable.
it wasn't shocking. This is my thing, is that it wasn't shocking. It was normal. It was completely normal to me.
Normal.
Have you ever seen
In a robe. Okay, like here's my thing, right? Let me tell you this. So if my kid had a sleepover,
Yeah.
okay, and I woke up in the morning, and I put my robe on, okay, and then the 2 kids woke up in the morning to come up for breakfast, and I was in my robe, is that okay?
Bare legs, or are you wearing PJ pants?
Bare legs, always bare legs, son. I get hot.
I know.
I get temperature issues.
I don't know. I guess that's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Maybe in the morning it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think like approaching 3 p.m.
Well,
you should be out of a robe by 3 p.m. I don't care what day.
Maury, come on, you got to help me out here with the robe at 3 p.m. You wake up at 1.
I'm in my robe and pajamas all day.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not shocking though, because when you leave here, you go home immediately and change out of your work clothes, your regular clothes, into PJs anyway, right?
But
so you
I will
spend
say
your
this,
day in
when I
PJs.
go to my dad's, he's in his robe and underwear.
Right.
Like,
Now, what if you brought a friend over?
I mean, Matthew saw him in his robe and underwear.
Well, that's your husband.
No, that's your husband though, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe I started a conversation where I needed to rely on Maury for support. You know what I mean?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right, Roz.
Okay, Blue Jay.
Hell yeah!
Oof.
Looking forward to it. Go Jays go. First home opener.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yep. That's wild, huh?
Full capacity, 50,000 plus. Got a brand new big screen, new food items available.
Yeah. What's the new food?
Yo, they got Mary Brown's chicken in there now.
No, they do not.
They do, yeah.
Really? I was talking about Mary Brown's yesterday.
If you go to the Jays game at any point during the season, please, I know they got the delicious hot dogs, tradition, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You go get you a chicken sandwich.
Bro.
From Mary Brown's?
Mocha and I shot a commercial for Mary Brown's, and it was one of these things where we were outside. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic, too, because didn't we have to, like, I don't know.
Everyone had to stay away from each
Right,
other.
it was
People
like
were masked up when, like, you and I, like,
This
everyone
was
had to be masked up when you
probably,
weren't filming.
Like June 2020, like not that long after like everything shut down.
Summertime, yeah.
Summertime. And we had to shoot this commercial for Mary Brown's Chicken, and they had us outside, and we kept having to, like, it was one of these things where you like have to, you know, take a bite, and then they're like, there was a sun flare on your face and everything else, and then they take those sandwiches away that you just had one bite of, and then they put out 2 brand new sandwiches. And then you're like, okay, hey, it's Roz and Mocha. We love Mary Brown's Chicken. And they take a bite and like, God, we didn't really get it. There's a piece of lettuce hanging on your hand. It looks sort of ugly. Then they take those 2 sandwiches away, put them away, and then they bring you 2 new ones. So by the end of it, in the back, they had like 10 sandwiches that had 1 bite out of them from each of us. And they were just going to throw them all away. And I remember that all those bites, they were so good. I was like, you know what? Take all 10 of those sandwiches with 1 bite and stick them in a bag. I'm going to bring them home, and I will eat them all.
Yeah,
right? All
and that's
of them.
what we did. I ate one on my
these are
drive
so
home.
good. Did you?
I did.
They're so good. They're so good. So good. You love those, Maury?
Oh, I had one at the Rogers Center.
Did you?
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh my God, so good.
So good.
And then I had the chicken fingers too.
You had both.
And 2 fries.
Oh, Maury.
2 orders of fries, not just 2 individual
Two
fries.
orders. Because each
Please
thing
make that
comes
clear.
with an order of fries.
But did you have to do the fries with both?
Dude, potato wedges fries are so good.
Oh my God.
So at Rogers Center, they got Mary Brown's chicken.
Love that.
If you're into the vegan options, they have many available for you. Vegan burgers, vegan nachos, vegan hot dogs. They got gluten-free options available
What's
as
not
well.
vegan about nachos?
Oh, the cheese, the
guess-
vegan cheese
Oh,
and everything.
the cheese.
And by the
Oh,
way,
I
the
gotcha,
pun
I
that they're
gotcha, I
calling it is
gotcha.
amazing. They're calling it Field of Greens. I love it.
I knew you would love that.
Oh my God. I applauded the person that came up with that.
Are you and your pops watching the game tonight more at all or no?
On FaceTime.
On FaceTime you are?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that's
yeah.
awesome. I know Maury and his dad in baseball breaks my heart, man.
That's
It's like,
why
it's
I
so
bought the
sweet.
condo we're in, is because when we arrived there to see it, it looked at the Rogers Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, it reminded me of going to the game with my dad. And I'm
Right.
like, to live down here and see that every day would
Yeah.
just be amazing.
Yeah, that's so sweet, man.
So Jays kick off their season tonight at 7:00 against the Texas Rangers. Go Jays, go!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh yeah! Go Jays, go!
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, home opener.
God, there's just a vibe, huh?
Oh, Rogers
You know
Center.
what I mean?
Jays against Texas. Our first home opener in 2 years. Full capacity too, 50,000 plus.
Bro, there's just like there's a feeling that if it's familiar, but you just haven't felt it in a real long time. Like an actual opening day with full capacity. Like
The
it's
building
wa-
looks
it-
beautiful. They put
bro,
flowers out and everything.
Yeah,
balloons.
it's crazy. I love it.
They got a new big screen. You have new food options out there. And the team looks just amazing. So Damnit Maurie got a chance to hang out with the Jays, speaking to Bo Bichette, Trent Thornton, Buck Martinez, voice of the Jays as
Oh,
well.
yeah? Love
Yep.
Buck.
And they talk all things not baseball.
Oh.
I mean, there's some baseball stuff.
Okay.
But whenever Damnit Maurie gets together with just like anywhere, it gets weird.
Bo Bichette, first of all, it's an absolute honor to be sitting this close to your hair. Would you rather finish last in the division this year or go completely irreversibly bald?
I would rather go bald. I think I just enjoy winning more than my hair, for sure.
But your hair, look at it. It's like famous.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love my hair. I take a lot of pride in it. But if it gets in the way of winning, then I'll cut it immediately.
All right, and next up, Trent Thornton. Okay, dude, gotta ask you this. First of all, we're back here. First home opener in like 2 years with an audience here. How excited are you? Are you nervous? What's going through your mind?
Oh, this is what we've been waiting for years. You know, we haven't had an opening day in Toronto in quite a while, and, you know, all the boys are getting super fired up for it. I mean, this place is going to be electric.
Before being a Blue Jay, would you have been ever able to point out an actual Blue Jay in a tree?
Absolutely. Yeah. I used to be an avid bird watcher as a kid, or, you know, my mom always had a bunch of bird feeders, so like cardinals and blue jays and doves and all that stuff, robins were always flying around in our backyard.
Okay, here is the question. What sound does a Blue Jay make? That was pretty good. When traveling, you sometimes play in super old stadiums. Are you ever too scared to get naked because of the ghosts?
I wouldn't say I get afraid to be naked. You know, if anything, you know, just have more eyes on you, I guess. There's some hotels that we stay at that I might be afraid to. Like when we're playing in Tampa, the Vinoy, that's a haunted hotel, man. Crazy stuff happens there.
Is the baseball player outfit the sexiest sports outfit?
I mean, yeah, I feel like baseball pants show off, you know, baseball butt a little bit more. People in the stands might be into that kind of stuff. Who knows?
Is this the year?
Oh, yeah. I think if you ask everyone in the locker room, we got something to prove, and, you know, hopefully we end up with a ring on our finger come the end of the season.
Gosuke Kato, how are you?
Doing great.
If a foul ball hit the foul pole or foul line, it's a fair ball. So why aren't they calling it the fair pole?
It's a great question. But what if it hits like a pole in the outfield, and that's also a fair pole then?
So there's no foul pole. They're all just fair poles.
They're just all fair lines and fair poles. Yes.
Before being a Blue Jay, would you have ever been able to point out an actual Blue Jay to me?
Yes, they are blue, and they look like a blue jay.
Okay, so then what sound does a blue jay make?
That was pretty good. That sounds like that really sounds like a cow, huh?
Is the baseball player outfit the sexiest sport outfit?
Yes, I think it's because it's the long pants. We don't reveal any skin, but like we're still able to look sexy. That's why it's the sexiest. It's like you don't have to show much skin to be sexy.
World famous Buck Martinez, how are you? New season upon us. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I think it'll be great for the players and the fans to see this place full once again. And it's been a long time since we had a rocking crowd like we'll see here on opening night.
Okay, I got to ask you this. Is the baseball player outfit the sexiest sports outfit?
Yeah, I think so because, they're not shorts like the NBA. They don't have pads like the NHL and the NFL. So, yeah, I think baseball uniform is the classiest because, who looks good in shoulder pads?
You were, obviously people may not know, you were a catcher. Would you rather play 9 innings without a protective cup or have all of your DMs made public?
9 innings without a protective cup because I have good hands.
You don't want anyone to see those DMs?
No.
Go, Jays, go!
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Anybody who knows me knows I'm a terrible judge of music. So I always defer to you, Mocha, and you, Shem, for the technical aspects of what somebody's capabilities are when they sing.
Okay.
Amanda Bynes dropped a brand new track with her fiance. Okay, yeah, exactly.
The actress?
Yeah. So, but Amanda Bynes was in, she was in Hairspray. I think she can sing, right? Like,
she can.
That's her whole thing. What a Girl Wants, of course. She's the man, Hairspray. And then.
What was the last thing she was in, though? I haven't heard her name.
I think that she went back to college. I think she's
fashion school.
Is that what it is? Yeah, she's in fashion school right now.
Is she the one that recently ended her conservatorship as well?
Yeah,
she is, right?
And she didn't really get the response that Brittany did.
Yeah.
But she also, I believe, was starting to get a tattoo removed on her face. I think she had a heart or something like that. And
really?
And she was also the one years ago that wasn't she the one that tweeted Drake years ago and said that thing that she said?
Her Twitter feed was wild.
Back then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm no judge of music. Okay, we know that. But Mocha, I want you to sort of judge this from a fire or not fire, and Shem, I want you to judge the technical aspects of the performers. Okay, this is Amanda Bynes and her fiance Paul Michael. The song is called Diamonds.
Okay, not fire. Not look at Shem's face. Shem looks shocked. That was 3 seconds.
Okay,
not
wait.
fire.
Oh, we're not even there yet,
No,
folks.
Play more.
We're not even there yet.
This is the city where we party all night. Chillin' till the AM off to the next flight.
Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist. Diamonds on my fish, yeah, I'll wait.
What?
Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist. Diamonds on my fish, yeah, I'll wait.
Yo, get you a dictionary and a thesaurus. You need more words, girl.
Okay.
What?
Fire, not fire.
That is 100% not fire.
Fire?
No. What?
Okay, Shem.
Can I actually
Yes, you
address the
can.
fire
Yes,
for
you
a
can.
second?
Yep.
Listen, if that gets played at the right club.
Yeah.
No, what? Shem,
Listen, I would
No.
never jam to it, but I could totally see people be diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamonds.
Okay, this is
You know what I'm saying?
why this show
No.
is great.
Yes.
City where we party all night.
Right?
Till the AM off to the next flight.
Yeah.
Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist. Diamonds on my fish, yeah, I'll wait.
We just made this on fire. Your opinion's changing, Mocha. 100% your opinion is changing.
Diamonds on my fish, yeah, I'll wait.
No.
Yeah.
No, that ain't it. That
Come on
ain't
now.
it.
Okay, but imagine this now. Imagine they're playing something. Hold on. What's the lamest song you can think of?
Oh, wow.
Just say it right now. Anything. It could be from any era. The lamest song ever. Like what's
Chicken
the
Dance?
No. Like a pop song. Like give me a super lame pop
Mambo
song.
number 5?
Mariah Carey.
No. I was saying
Okay.
Mambo number 5.
No.
No, Mambo number 5 is fire.
It's fire, man. What are you doing?
The lamest song ever?
Okay, hold on here. Yeah.
Oh,
Eiffel 65,
We
Blue?
Like to
No.
Party by Venga Boys.
No.
That's
Hold
a
on
great
here.
song.
That's a great song. Give me what's the lamest pop song ever? Like
I'm
sort of
blue,
like
Aberdeen.
No,
No,
like
I
not
like
even
that
not even a banger. Just like give me like a lame song. Like
Oh, like Daniel Powder, I Had a Bad Day?
Thank you. Okay, hold on here. Bad Day. Okay, now here I'm gonna Mocha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to imagine we're in a club, right?
Okay.
Excuse me. So imagine we're in a club, and then we're all sitting here listening to this, okay? Well, we don't know. Okay. So we're all in the club. We're listening to this. We got bottle service, right? We're looking around. Okay. And then, so we're all just like grooving, and we all think that we're in for like a real good night. Like we're all ready to party, right?
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, when we think that we know it all, we're running this room. We got it going on.
Bottle service.
Just
popping bottles all night.
Wait for the transition, right? Let's just all sit in our own heads for a second, then we'll wait for the transition.
Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist. Diamonds on my fist.
Come on.
Hey. Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist. Diamonds on my fist.
I mean, by comparison, those two songs.
Right.
But that's Roz's point.
Yes.
This is fire.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, Damnit Maurie had to update his IMDb.
So every time Maury does a spot on a television show, we always like to have the star come on and then critique Damnit Maurie's performance from the night before. And last night, Maury was on was it the season finale, Maury? Is that what it was? Season 2 finale of Pretty Hard Cases over on CBC. Meredith McNeil, who you know from Baroness, who I love, Adrienne C. Moore, and then Maury's scene was with Charlotte Sullivan. Charlotte Sullivan is going to come on in just a couple of seconds and talk to us and critique Maury's entire performance. Now, I have not heard this yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I have not. I didn't watch last night because I wanted to be fresh and get Charlotte's critique, okay, as we all sort of go through this together.
So do you want to hear the actual scene?
Yeah, I would love to. Maury, so what is the scene here? Who do you play?
So I am Enrique's driver.
Okay.
Okay, so he's like a mob boss or whatever, meeting up with Charlotte's character. He's looking for the USB with the photos on it.
Okay.
And then I have to take her wherever it is that she wants to go.
So it's Damnit Maurie, it's the mob boss, and then the mob boss's muscle, and they're outside of what looks like a factory, and it's nighttime, of course, so nobody else is around.
Right.
I see you made it out. Lucky you.
Lucky me. Do you have the USB?
So Maurie's standing there.
You're always in such a rush.
Behind the mob boss.
Fine. I got the USB in my pocket. I'm going to pull it out right now. But I mean it. Gun lowered until I'm out of here safely.
So the muscle's pointing a gun at her.
Espera.
So he tells him, put the gun down. She shoots him.
Did you know Enrique was a pedo?
She's now talking to Maury.
Believe me. Why don't you see for yourself? All right, well, why don't you just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
That's the general to you.
End scene.
What did you even say?
You've got it. I said, you've got it, Miss Adeline.
Because he's terrified, right? So she shoots the mob boss and the muscle, right?
Okay.
And then Maury's standing there terrified with both hands in the air.
Okay.
And she approaches him.
Why don't you just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
And he goes, you got it, Miss Adeline.
You got it, Miss Adeline.
And then proceeds to open the back door for her.
Okay.
So she can get into the car, and he closes the door.
Okay. Why did you say...
just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
Okay, so Maury, talk us through your sort of motivation and why you sort of chose that sort of tone of voice for the line.
Well, I'm scared. She's holding a gun at my face.
Yeah.
You know, like I just watched her kill 2 people.
Okay, and your line again is what?
You've got it, Miss Adeline.
How many times did you do that line?
Well, Mocha? No. You got it, Miss Adeline. No. You got it, Miss Adeline. No. You've got it, Miss Adeline. No. You 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 got it, Miss Adeline. You got it, Miss Adeline.
Wow.
No, no.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So here's what I do know. So just so you know, that's Maurie on Pretty Hard Cases last night on CBC. Charlotte Sullivan, who was in the scene with Maurie, is going to be coming up with in just a couple of minutes to critique Maurie's performance. Now, Mocha, here is what I do know.
Okay.
Out of all those times that Damnit Maurie said the line in what you were listening to, did you hear one that actually matched up with what you saw on television?
I did not.
Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because there's something called ADR, which is they were unhappy after all of that with Maurie's performance that he had to go into a recording studio after the fact and say his line again so they could sync it up.
Really? Because you know what? When you watch the scene, you don't actually see Maurie say the words.
No.
Right? The shot is from behind Maurie, facing the person he was talking to, so you don't see the words actually come out of his mouth.
Now, keep in mind, every single actor in every single production has to do ADR work just because background noise and everything else.
But not when they have one line.
Okay, I was not going to say that more, but yeah, it's not when they have one line.
You got it, Miss Adeline.
Oh, so You Got It, Miss Adeline was somewhere else?
Yes.
That wasn't on set that day?
No, that was in a nice, comfy studio.
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So again, that was Damnit Maurie on Pretty Hard Cases on CBC last night. The season 2 finale aired. Stick around. We're going to play like one song and come back. Charlotte Sullivan, who was in that scene with Maurie, will come on and critique his performance.
No.
You got it, Miss Adeline.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pretty Hard Cases season finale was last night on CBC.
Oh, boy, was it.
Our very own Damnit Maurie made an appearance. Round of applause
Yes.
for Damnit Maurie.
It's always great when Maurie does these guest spots on these shows, whether it be Pretty Hard Cases, this one, or what else were you
Frankie
in?
Drake Mysteries.
Frankie Drake Mysteries. You've
Private
done
Eyes.
Murdoch Mysteries, Private Eyes, because it's always great to have one of the stars of the show on the day after it airs to sort of critique Maurie's performance. And so here, let's remind you right now of Maurie's performance last night on Pretty Hard Cases. What was the scene again? 2 people got shot, and Maurie was a limo driver.
Yeah, Maurie was a limo driver for a gangster who shows up to make an exchange with Charlotte's character, Charlotte, that we're going to talk to in a second, to grab a USB off of her. And Charlotte then shoots the gangster and his security guard and is left standing there, scared as hell, is Damnit Maurie. And then they have a little interaction.
I see you made it out. Lucky you.
Lucky me. Do you have the USB?
That's the gangster, right? The mob boss.
Fine. I got the USB in my pocket. I'm going to pull it out right now. But I mean it. Gun lowered until I'm out of here safely.
Oh, yeah, because the muscle's holding a gun to her.
Yeah.
Better.
So that's her.
Did you know Enrique was a pedo? You don't believe me.
She
Why don't you
shoots
see for yourself?
the mob boss and his security.
All right, well,
and she's talking to
why
Maurie
don't you
now.
just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
And that was Maurie's line?
That's the general to you.
And then he opens the car door.
Yeah.
And she sits in it. And then he gets back into the driver's seat.
Okay, so you got it, Miss Adeline. That was the line, right?
Yes, that's right.
Wow. Listen.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yay.
Actor's gonna act.
Yeah. Okay. Let's bring Charlotte on because there's some things that I don't even know if Charlotte knows about that episode last night.
How you doing, Charlotte? It's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God, so nervous to be talking on the air. I hope I don't say anything wrong. How are
Stop
you?
it. Charlotte Sullivan, you were on last night's season finale of Pretty Hard Cases with Damnit Maurie.
Yes.
Congratulations on, first of all, the finale of Pretty Hard Cases of season 2 last night. Now, the scene with you and Damnit Maurie. Damnit Maurie was the limo driver. We've been playing the hell out of it all morning because it's just such a quick line. Now, when you were on set with Maurie, were you sort of, as a pro, were you critiquing his delivery as he was doing it? Because we have like a montage of where Maurie tried this over and over and over and over again.
Well, there's so many different ways to say it. So he had us all kind of very perplexed. I was nervous to look him in the eye.
Oh, no.
He was very intense, but no, he was so sweet. It was like such a lovely, lovely day. He was adorable.
Charlotte, would you like to hear the amount of times that Damnit Maurie had to deliver the line to you? Listen to this.
No. You got it, Miss Adeline. No. You got it, Miss Adeline. No. You've got it, Miss Adeline. No. You 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 got it, Miss Adeline. No. It's. Oh.
I get it.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
The no part didn't even make it.
Yeah.
No, because we always discuss that when somebody, starts acting for the first time, the one thing they do, because this is how we always catch Maurie in lies as well, when he's acting or lying, is that he does this deliberate sort of almost stutter thing, right? So it's, no, Miss Adeline. It's like that kind of like that stutter thing, that's Maurie's tell. And so did you pick up on that at all?
I mean, for me, this is what I did pick up on any stutter, but I picked up on like, these pretzels are making me thirsty. It's like, you can say it 500 different kinds of ways. So I was blown away by his delivery. No, I didn't catch it. I didn't see. He was nervous. He was intimidating.
Okay. So here's what we also found out, and I don't even know if you know this, but
I don't know.
Okay, but the reason that piece of dialogue in the show that it aired last night on Pretty Hard Cases sounds so different than all those times that we played it when Maurie was trying to do it on set was because even after all of that and all of those times, they had Maurie weeks later go and sit in a recording studio and re-record his line into a microphone.
I had to do the same, so maybe we're both really bad.
Come on, Charlotte
Come on now.
Stop it. Now, do you think, in your acting experience, shooting a scene like what we saw with Damnit Maurie last night on Pretty Hard Cases, would it have taken less time, more time, in your opinion?
Because he was there? You mean how much time he took up?
Yeah.
No, he was, listen, I keep joking, but he was such a delight. It's like, that was a long day. It was going into the middle of the night, and he was a doll. He was such a joy. So that's, no, I'm not going to keep making fun of him. He was beautiful.
No, Maurie wants to ask you a question, Charlotte.
Were you as excited as I was when around 11 p.m. a truck pulled up and they delivered hundreds of burgers? Yeah, the burgers.
Yes.
Maurie.
I recall you leaving, trying to go run the set, and someone yelling at you saying, "Get back here, you're not."
Yes, that's right.
Oh my God, Charlotte, you are the best. Thank you so much. We're all huge fans of you and of this show, and thank you guys so much for being so good to our Damnit Maurie, and thank you for coming on and critiquing his performance last night on Pretty Hard Cases.
Thank you for wanting to talk to me. You're very, very sweet.
No,
Have
absolutely.
a wonderful day, Charlotte Sullivan.
You too. Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Damnit Maurie last night on the season 2 finale of Pretty Hard Cases on CBC. Charlotte Sullivan, who did the scene with Damnit Maurie. This is how it played out.
Did you know Enrique was a pedo? You don't believe me. Why don't you see for yourself? All right, well, why don't you just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
And scene.
And scene. So it was, your line was what, Maurie?
You got it, Miss Adeline. Now, keep in mind, it's an hour-long episode.
Yeah.
I was at, like, the 57-minute mark.
Oh, wow, really?
So 57 minutes until we got to this?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
And then that was it.
Okay, so listen, we applaud all performances here. Damnit Maurie went through the whole thing, hair, makeup, and wardrobe, walking out of the trailer, all the stuff. Now, Maurie, because he was at the 57-minute mark of that episode, sat and watched the whole thing with his husband, Damnit Matthew, on the couch last night, and this was Matthew's reaction.
Why don't you just take me to wherever you were taking him?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
What did you say?
The general to you.
What was your line?
You got it, Miss Adeline.
Oh. You didn't seem scared.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Oh my God, and you told everyone to watch. You got it, Miss Adeline? Like, it seems like you needed to redo that line. You got it, Miss Adeline. Like,
No, I did it like 100 times, but then they had me go in studio and do it again.
oh my God. Okay.
Now say something nice.
Okay, yay.
So supportive, huh? What is it you always say, Maury? That's what love looks like?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is... Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Nancy, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be talking to you both, and I love the show.
We are very happy that you are joining us right now. Tell everyone why you are joining us.
So I'm in a dilemma where I'm wondering, does how I dress to work really affect how people think of me?
How you dress at work, does it affect the way people think of you? You wrote this, Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I've started going back to the office where everyone dresses up, formal, hairdos, makeup, etc., and that is the issue. One, I haven't done all of these before. Two, I personally prefer comfy clothes. I am not sure if I'll be looked down on by others if I don't dress up. This is a real interesting thing, and I've been reading about this exact stuff for a while. And there's been a couple really great studies on the, dress for success, right?
Sure.
And it actually is true. You perform better. Your productivity goes up when you dress up. Right? It's just a fact. It also has to do with the fact that every now and then in your day, somebody's going to look at you and go, oh my God, I love your outfit. Or, oh my God, your hair looks great. Or, oh my God, who did your makeup? What lip liner? You know what I mean? Like all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you invite these sort of compliments from people who look at you, they make that judgment, and they sort of acknowledge it in an appropriate way. And that does wonders for productivity, right? However, they also say even if you put a lab coat on, you are more productive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like just like certain things, like uniformy type things, like even just the idea of putting a lab coat on makes you more productive.
Maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, but
Start wearing it around here.
However, they did a study, and they took two college professors, okay? And one of them wore a suit and a tie, briefcase to school every day.
Yeah.
The other college professor was the guy with the long hair, the T-shirt, and Birkenstocks.
Okay.
And then they said, sort of like, who was your favorite? Who was the better professor? And on the surface alone, the college professor with the suit and tie came out on top. As soon as you told people that they both work at universities that have strict dress codes, everybody said the better professor was the one who showed up in a T-shirt and Birkenstocks because they look like the nonconformist.
Sure.
And the nonconformist will always look like the genius.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to dress down, it has to be for purpose, okay? You can't just walk in like a slob. If you are sort of like rebelling or you have reasons for dressing the way you do, then that will actually help you at work. Other than that, no.
Nancy, has anyone at your work said anything about what you wear?
No, not really. Everyone has been really
What do you
helpful.
What do you want to wear?
We didn't even ask.
Yeah, so I would like to wear, like, I don't know, a hoodie and then a pants, I guess.
And what is everybody else wearing?
Oh, they're like wearing casual business clothes, I guess.
Yeah, you can't wear a hoodie to work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
don't.
you got to be professional.
Yeah,
Like, you're not an intern, right?
Yeah, you will feel better about yourself if you just throw on even just something super cash that's still comfortable. But you can't be the person that shows up in a hoodie. You know, because realistically, how many hoodies do you own? And it's only going to be a couple of months before they see that same hoodie, 5-6 times, right? And then you're the woman that doesn't change her clothes.
But not just
Right?
not just that, Nancy. If you're reaching out and you have these these concerns that are on your mind, imagine how you're going to feel. Like you're going to be so distracted in your workday, sitting there in a hoodie, wondering what people are saying or thinking about you sitting there in a hoodie. And that's just going to take you away from what you should be doing, which is work.
And not that matters, but the one thing I don't want you, Nancy, to miss out on is opportunity. Right. And I don't want you to miss out on opportunity because somebody above you, regardless of your competence, doesn't feel that you take the job seriously.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not an opinion that you can change. You know what I mean? You're not in charge of the way that they see you. And they may look at you as in somebody who just doesn't take the job or the work environment or your coworkers seriously. And that's the sort of danger zone of wearing a hoodie to work.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
You know?
Does that give you a little bit of clarity?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
It was nice talking to you. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I remember one time I worked at a place where they used to do Dress Down Fridays.
Uh-huh.
And they introduced it because the world was like, everybody was doing Dress Down Fridays. And the company I
Sure.
worked for was like, hey, when are we going to do Dress Down Fridays, Casual Fridays? And they did Casual Friday after the first Casual Friday, the first one. Three people that I knew got dragged into HR and told never to wear that to work again.
No.
Because people took it way too far.
Really?
Like way too far,
Like
right?
Friday night at a club.
Oh my God. Like not even Friday night at a club, like bachelorette party. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. What, dude, I swear to God, okay, this was a place where people wore suits, okay? The first time they introduced Casual Friday, a guy who normally wears a suit to work wore a tank top.
Okay. It's not that cash.
Okay.
Like maybe a polo, not a tank.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Hey, what did you have for your birthday dinner last night?
Chinese.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Jenna ordered from one of our favorite places, but it wasn't like greasy, dirty, make you feel terrible Chinese.
No problem.
But it was Asian-inspired meal.
What's
It was
on?
like vegetable fried rice.
Okay.
There was grilled shrimp.
Okay.
With like a mango sauce. There was spring rolls.
Yeah. Hit me.
Which was amazing.
Okay.
And then there was this like fried beef.
Yeah.
Damn, couple of plates of that.
How are you
So
awake
good,
right
huh?
now?
Exactly.
I know. I'm
Hey,
still feeling it.
What's on your list of China? Like, if you're going to order Chinese, right? Like, what's the if you find that like some
the
restaurants
perfect combo?
have some restaurants have certain things, some restaurants don't.
Yeah.
Like, do you have that one dish from a Chinese restaurant that if that particular restaurant doesn't have it, you will just full stop move on to a different restaurant?
Wonton soup.
Everybody has wonton soup, don't they? Am I crazy?
It's
No,
my
every
favorite.
Chinese restaurant does, yeah.
I think every Chinese restaurant has
Well,
wonton
like
soup.
if one particular didn't
Yeah.
have chicken balls,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, something like that.
Right?
Something like that.
I'd be
Because
like,
there's just certain things, right?
that's staple.
It's been forever since I had a chicken ball. Mine is, I think they call it chicken sugai.
Which is
or like almond chicken or chicken sugai. It's like where they take a fillet of chicken and they batter and bread the whole thing and then they chop it up into slices all the way
yeah.
down. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
crispy fried all over around this like chicken breast.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. If they don't have that, I move on. Hey, when you're eating wonton soup, do you put the whole ball in your mouth or do you bite it?
It depends on how big.
And then put half of it back.
Yeah.
No, I cut it with the spoon because like you only get two. So like I want it to last.
Gotcha.
But I put the crunchy things in it too. Those crunchy sticks?
Oh, yeah. I don't know
like the
what those
crunchy
are called.
wonton.
Yeah.
I will. It depends because some places have like massive dumplings.
Right.
Some don't.
Right.
Or wontons.
Yeah.
If they are small, put the whole thing in my mouth.
Yeah. Shut up, Maury. Come on, man.
If they're big,
Yeah.
I will take a bite.
You put half?
Yeah, I'll have half.
Yeah.
Put the rest down.
Right.
Enjoy what's in my mouth.
Right.
What if it's too hot?
Maybe I just blow on it a little bit. Have some broth.
Yeah.
And then when I'm ready for the rest,
Yeah.
I'll go right in there.
Okay.
Do you bite it?
Now, do you do you use chopsticks?
I'm
Generally with Chinese food or no?
No.
You don't, huh?
Spoon and or fork. I will use chopsticks for sushi.
Yeah.
But I find I'm not a pro with chopsticks and noodles. Because I find they just slip out too much, too quick.
Please.
And I'm definitely not a pro using chopsticks with rice.
No, but you know what? Most people I know, like I stopped using chopsticks with rice years ago when I was younger. When I went to a friend's house who was Chinese, and they sat down for dinner, and there was chopsticks on the table, but nobody used them to eat the rice.
They need to create chopsticks with a spoon at the end of it.
Well, they have. They're just called spoons.
Yeah.
Without the chopstick part. Okay, yo, real quick.
You
real
can
quick.
flip any two spoons around, and they just quickly become chopsticks, Maury.
Facts. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
You're ordering at a Chinese restaurant.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
What is your build the menu right now?
Okay, for me, it's chicken sugai. That's like my number one, and I hope I'm getting that right. Chicken sugai is my number one. Absolutely, chicken fried rice.
Yeah.
I adore chicken fried rice with everything in me. I flip back and forth between wanting spring rolls and egg rolls.
Okay.
Depending, right?
Yeah.
I prefer a like Vietnamese spring roll, so I will sometimes get an egg roll, which I quite enjoy, and then I will do a spicy beef dish. And I'm not picky. I'm like, find me your best spicy beef dish, and for me, that's it. I don't muck around with veg and all that stuff when I'm ordering Chinese. Whatever you throw in the wok, and then stick it in the container, I'm eating it. I'm not going to go requesting a veg dish though.
Give me all the MSG.
Yes,
all of it,
all the
Times
meat,
2.
everything.
I'm
Yes.
always going wonton soup. I'm always going. I'm always going spring rolls. I am always going beef fried rice, chicken fried rice, chicken balls. And then a spicy beef or spicy shrimp.
Is General Tao chicken, is that?
Yeah.
That's like a sweet though, isn't it?
Yeah, General Tao's so good.
Yeah, you
though.
like that, huh?
So good.
Okay, well that's now I'm starving.
That's
And
a
then
succulent
dessert.
Chinese dish right there.
Succulent Chinese meal.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
See Shem on his phone. You doing Wordle right now?
I actually did it this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, man.
Did you guys all do your Wordles?
Yeah, we sent them to the group chat.
Oh, okay. Damnit Maurie got his in 6. Shem in 5. Roz in 5.
Yeah, it was tough today. And it shouldn't have been. I hate when I get to the end and then I realize that it should have been much easier than what it was.
That's what she said.
Shut up.
Because I'm reading that when you guys do your Wordle, is it
Yeah.
first thing in the morning? Like when you guys wake up?
Yeah, I do it right before I walk in the building here.
Yeah, I do mine in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Home in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's what I
Oh.
do. I drive here from home. I park, and then I take a breath and I grab my phone. I do my Wordle right before I walk up into the building. It's sort of the last thing I do. It's like the little Zen kind of moment before I come up here and do the show.
Because there's this new survey of Wordle players, and 16% of people do their Wordle sitting on the toilet.
That's me.
I do on the weekends.
Do you?
Yeah.
40% say first thing in the morning. 13% wait until lunch, which I find majority of people I know who do Wordle got to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Right in the morning. 13. So I said 13% lunch. 22% wait until the evening.
Cheaters.
Like
Yeah.
after work
Cheater.
or
Look at Shem
like
calling
right
out
before,
cheaters.
right before bed.
You shush.
There's 23% of people do it while at work.
Yeah. My brother is like a weird case for Wordle. My brother does his right after midnight when it switches or whenever it is. Like I wake up at 4 a.m., my brother's is already in my text.
I do that on Saturdays.
He does.
Because
Yeah,
if
he
I'm
does.
up watching SNL.
I couldn't do that. Then I couldn't go the whole day. Then I got to go like a whole day.
Yeah, that's weird.
No,
That's weird.
that's not for me.
So he does it. Does he do that because for fear?
He's up. No, he's just up.
Oh, okay. So
He's
it's not
just
like
up.
for fear of like
No.
finding out the word somewhere else. Maybe somebody texted him or you see it online.
No, it's just part of his routine. Like at midnight, he's like, "Oh, Wordle time," and that's when he enjoys it, right? Like he does it right before bed,
I
basically.
wish they told you on the page what number person you are to do it.
What do you mean?
Like how many in the world?
Have like if you're number 400,000 to do it thus far.
Oh,
like when your
yeah,
brother
yeah,
does it
yeah,
at midnight, I wonder
yeah.
if he's like number 50.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah, Shem.
Can I say that I got my mother into Wordle recently.
Yeah.
And she is so competitive.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, my mother will chirp me. Right? Like my mom has been pretty good at Wordle. Like she'll get it done in like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And she'll chirp me. She's like, how many did you in our family group chat, she'll be like, how many did you get in? I guess I got it in 4. I got it in 2.
Yeah.
Guyanese are smarter than you.
Look at Shem.
I'm like,
Wow. We should add her to our group chat because I'm sure she thinks you cheat too. I'd like to hear her thoughts on Shem's record of 2.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
See, Hailey Bieber had to
I saw that.
go on TikTok and like.
So what were people saying? So she had to go on and tell people to leave her alone. But like, I don't know how bad was it getting, and what was it getting bad over?
I
Like,
guess
what are people dragging her for?
Anything that she
I guess,
posts, right?
I guess.
Absolutely
Yeah,
anything. There's always going to be comments in there about her husband's ex, Selena Gomez.
Is that what it is still
Yeah.
with the Selena Gomez?
Still?
Still?
Yeah. And that was like
Because I know people have been on her, like, thinking she's pregnant and stuff like this. And I know there's a lot of people that don't, that still will never like Justin. But I didn't know people were still dragging her for Selena Gomez.
So here's what Hailey Bieber put out on TikTok yesterday.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. Enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please.
Be miserable somewhere else.
Because I could only imagine, the comments that she gets.
No, it is, and you would
the
like
DMs.
I know. Geez, but you would like to say that it's avoidable because realistically, like when you put your phone down, none of that really exists. The feeling does that you get from having experienced it or gone through it or read through them, which is a huge mistake.
Yeah.
But people are just miserable. And the thing about trolls is most trolls don't even care about what they're talking about. The purpose of trolling is to get a reaction from you.
Sure.
And so, unfortunately, as much as I support Hailey Bieber in doing a video like this and go be miserable somewhere else, because that is so accurate and so you can deservedly, they don't care even what they're talking about, and they just won. Like, you doing that video is a huge victory for so many trolls.
Sure.
It's a massive victory.
I saw, I think the other day or last week, didn't Selena Gomez post something because people were going in on her weight? And then
and then she went to Jack in the Box and ordered everything.
Yeah.
Do we still have that? Is that still in there, Maury? Where Selena Gomez is going through her order?
Was that yesterday?
It was the other day. I think it was on maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was on maybe Monday.
Here, this is Selena Gomez.
So I be trying to stay skinny, but I went to Jack in the Box and I got 4 tacos, 3 egg rolls, onion rings,
Oh, damn.
and a spicy chicken sandwich. But honestly, I don't care about my weight because people bitch about it anyway. You're too small. You're too big. That doesn't fit. I am perfect the way I am. Moral of the story? Bye.
God, we don't have Jack in the Box up here, but Jack in the Box, you can get a chicken burger and spring rolls.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of place is that?
Delicious.
Glorious.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The NBA was friggin' wild last night, dude.
Why? What
I don't know if
happened?
you heard about this. So the Clippers and the Timberwolves are playing. Late in the second quarter, there's a woman laying face first on the court underneath one of the baskets.
Like on the court?
Yeah. Right?
Like face down?
Face down, right? Under the hoop, basically.
And the game was being played?
Yes, there was a foul shot that was about to be taken, right? Here's how it played out on television.
Okay.
Somebody has fallen, a arena worker has fallen at the other end, and you can see right now.
Oh, no.
Not sure if she fainted or fell, but they are assisting her. I say it's an arena worker. It may have been somebody else because they quickly got her up and got her off in a hurry. Oh, okay. I think we've been told there was a protest, and I think she was writing something on the floor.
So you know where the baskets are, right? There will usually be security. There'll usually be like a towel person that will go and wipe the court.
But NBA is weird.
Right?
NBA, like, there's nothing between fans and playing area.
And then you have
right?
photographers, and then you have seats, right?
Yeah.
For fans, the court sides. So then this woman is laying face first, right? And then they go to the sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, to ask her what happened because she has an explanation.
So whatever it was, she is gone, and the graffiti or whatever she was doing on the floor is being wiped away. Allie, what do you see down there?
It's worse than graffiti. I was just told by security that she apparently had glue, and she glued herself to the floor. And she refused to lift her wrist up. And I don't mean to laugh, but this really happened. She glued her wrist to the floor, and they were trying to pull her off, and she was resisting, trying to keep her wrist glued down to the court.
It was a protest of some sort, I'm assuming. Allie?
I think that's a fair assumption.
Okay, so somebody tried to glue themselves to the court?
Yeah.
In protest of what?
Listen to this. Following the incident, a global grassroots network of animal rights activists named Direct Action Everywhere claimed responsibility for the protest, saying in a press release that it was in response to an alleged animal rights issue at a Timberwolves owner, Glenn Taylor's egg farm.
Oh, my God.
So all of that is the reason why this quote-unquote fan, not a fan, decided to glue herself to the court in Minnesota in the arena
Because
during
the Timberwolves
game last
owner
night.
also, he owns a basketball team and a chicken farm.
Yes.
Everything on the basketball side of things you assume is A-okay, but the chicken farm, there's some nonsense
Right. And
going
she
on
was
there,
writing,
allegedly.
Nobody knows what she was writing. She was like scribbling something
Free
on
the chickens, whatever
It'd be
it may
hard
be.
to
I don't
use,
even
like,
know.
I guess, what kind of glue you'd use on a shiny basketball court.
I know you have to have something that like sticks
Elmer's?
real quick. No.
No,
you need to do like a
Gorilla
glue.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You need
Super
you
glue,
need-
Gorilla
yeah.
glue, anything like that.
Yeah. Hot glue, you need a massive extension cord. You can't do that. You can't show up with your hot glue gun, right?
Hey, let me plug this in real quick.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Ashley, welcome to it. What's going on with you?
Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. I'm so happy to be on the show. Thanks for having me. I just need some help with some work-life balance.
Okay. You wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, I am a workaholic. I work a high-pressure, high-commission job. Is it high-pressure, high-commission, or high-pressure commission job?
Both.
Both. Okay, well, good for you. Congratulations. We'll continue on now. I have been working at the same place for 7 years. It was all manageable until I had my daughter about a year ago. I was so obsessed with work that I had to go back after 2 weeks of maternity leave. Wow. It is starting to affect everything in my life, including my marriage and the way I'm perceived by my daughter. How do I develop a work-life balance, or is it time to get out of this career forever? I will tell you this. I don't know who it was that came up with this nonsense, of this thing, this myth called a work-life balance. But as soon as it got out in the world and people started talking about it, like it was an actual thing, that it was something that was attainable, especially for a woman with a brand new kid, trying to achieve that is impossible. There is no balance. Everything in your life is triage. It's an emergency room. You fix the things that are going to die first.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
it. And that's it.
It's
There
just
is
like
no
chaos
balance.
all the time.
It's chaos all the time.
Ashley, here's my question. What is it that you are looking for? You look at your life right now. You look at everything that's going on, work and at home. What is it that you are looking for?
So it's not so much about even like the amount of time I spend at work. I work 32 hours a week. It's pretty much a part-time job. I'm really grateful. But the problem is I can't disconnect from that. I have a partner who also is commission, and I'm just so overly competitive that I check the system pretty much every 5 minutes of my day and night and opening hour of the establishment to kind of keep tabs. And that's kind of trying to what I'm going to change. Even when I was on my honeymoon, I was checking it all the time. It's just something that I just can't disconnect from work. It's not so much a work-life balance, but it's the obsession. Maybe that's the best word. And I don't know if it's just this career or if it's every career I'm going to be this way.
What happens in your mind when you open up the website, you see the numbers, and maybe they're not what you're expecting?
It's more or less as like he does. If he has a really good deal and makes a lot of money, I feel very shut down in my home life. Sure. I feel demotivated. I feel almost like numb, unable to, like feel any kind of other thing except for focus towards work. So I don't really know how to fix that. It's been 7 years like this.
Yeah. I would say instead of doing less of something, do more of something, right? So you have, it's very difficult, and we've talked about this before on the show, right? Like I'm the type of person where I'm motivated in a different way, which is if I'm doing too much of one thing, if somebody tells me to stop doing that, I will do the exact opposite, and I will do more of that. But if somebody tells me to do more of something, I will do that. I will do that. So you have to figure out in your life, instead of trying to remove something or stop doing something, just find something else that you do that is beneficial and makes you feel good, and just do more of that. And eventually you will reduce the amount of time you spend on the other. It's good advice. It's going to happen. And then the other thing that I will ask you this is, there is no point on working the hours you do and stressing the way that you do if you don't have something in your day that makes all of that worth it, right? And the thing that makes all of that worth it can't be the thing. It can't be the reward from work that makes it all worth it. You have to have something else in your day that makes all the hours, all the stress, all the fights, all the emails, all the phone calls worth it. And whatever that thing is, if it's your husband, if it's your kid, if it's cooking, if it's anything, you have to do that thing or experience that thing in your day that makes all the other stuff worth it every single day.
That's good advice. Yeah, I'm trying to.
You can't go a full day. You can't go a full day without doing the thing that makes it all worth it, without reaping the sort of rewards and the life you've built outside of work.
Do you have something in your life that you could think of right now as Roz is saying this?
So that's a very good point. I'm actually a person who doesn't have any hobbies, never have. I don't have any real friends. I just have my family. So that's a real good advice. I've been trying to branch out. I'm going to a pottery class starting next week. I'm branching out and doing different things that will make me happy.
Yeah. And sometimes you need that, right? You need that one thing that is just yours and yours alone, right? That is separate from family, that is separate from work, to take your mind off of it. And that will become not your new obsession, but your new passion.
Right. To funnel into. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Does that help, Ashley?
It does. Yes. Thank you. I've been such a fan for so long. So thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, well, thank you for reaching out. It was so nice talking to you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a great morning.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Just saw Tiger Woods on TV, but I didn't catch the story. How did he do yesterday?
Bro, he got a hole-in-one yesterday.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's -1 for the day. Yeah. Play the clip. First of all, I could listen to golf all day long.
He almost got a hole-in-one.
Oh, he almost got a hole-in-one. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I could listen to golf like all day long. I used to go home when I had time to nap, and I would just put the Golf Channel on and just listen to these guys talk. And just the sound of the bugs and the cicadas and the birds and everything else in the background.
That was your version of the Calm app.
It was. Yes, you're right. You're right. It was my version of the Calm app, or whatever the hell. Catherine, I go to bed every night. I feel like it's a thunderstorm outside because Catherine puts on the rain on her phone.
Yeah.
Right? And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, God, it's raining again. Like, it wakes me up, right?
Really?
Yes. I don't like it. She loves it. She loves it.
I listen to that stuff. I do meditation at night.
Do you?
With the Calm app. And then I also, like on Apple Music, I listen to like waterfall sounds and rain sounds.
Right.
I have that. Yeah.
But she doesn't like, I don't mind if it's just like a rain sound, but like her favorites are all like rain on a tin door. Right? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not a good sound. It's not.
Sometimes it's frightening.
Yeah, right. Alone in a barn and it's raining. Oh yeah, play that one. It's terrifying. I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, Tiger Woods.
So I think first day of the Masters yesterday.
Yeah, I think he's 1 under for the day. I think that's how he came out of it, and he did okay. He bonked one off the trees, and then they let him sort of do the club length away to get back onto the fairway. And then a lot of people said that he was getting preferential treatment, but really that's sort of golf. But here, listen to this. Listen to this clip. The commentator's talking about Tiger.
Cut 6 out for Tiger.
Strong swing.
This one needs to cut to get on the proper level.
Oh, it's got to go in. Almost made it.
Almost.
What a shot from Tiger.
See, that would have woke me up right there, all that cheering. If I was trying to sleep.
Guys, the game's there.
One more look at this. Billy, you said cut 6 iron.
Oh, 6 iron.
Dialed it perfect.
Oh.
Hear the birds?
You could always got to dial it perfect. Nice.
Just up onto that plateau, the perfect distance. 4 months, 24 days since Tiger made a birdie at Augusta National.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
so also,
I love that voice.
Bro, 14 months ago, they were having serious discussions about amputating this guy's leg.
I know.
Right?
Did he break both legs? Or he broke his back or
months
something?
ago. No, I think it was both legs. One of them was real bad, and I think the other one was his foot or something like that. 14 months ago, they were having a discussion about taking one of his legs.
Yeah.
And yesterday, he's
Almost
at
hole
the
in one.
Masters, almost hole in one, shoots a -1 for the day. It's
Damn.
great. Yeah. Anyway, I'm tired now. I need a nap.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
How's it going, Desiree? Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story. Where are you calling from?
Illinois.
And when and where does your Hell of a Story, Desiree, take place?
Well, I got married in 2010, but the best man at my wedding is my husband now.
Excuse me?
What? Hold on a second. Right out the gate. This is color confusing. I got so many questions.
Okay.
Sure you do.
Okay.
Everyone does.
Also, spoiler alert. So you got married in 2010, and the best man at that wedding is now your husband?
Yes.
Okay. How in the hell does this happen?
Take us through the story, please.
I didn't know he had any feelings beyond this before this point. We were all friends. So we were all in high school together. So obviously, we just hung out. We were all best friends and we did things together. Whenever he went to give his speech, he just started going on about how he thought it was beautiful and how he thought I was an amazing person. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then he was like, yeah, when I first met her, I was trying to figure out how I could be with her. And I don't think he yeah.
He said this in the wedding speech?
Yeah.
Was it awkward?
It was. I was like, I think he's just drunk and maybe meant more things as friends. I'm not sure.
The man that you married that night, did he have a conversation with the best man about that speech? Or was there any discussion about the best man speech at that wedding?
No. So when I heard it, and like I said, I don't know exactly the words, but I think it was just okay, and everybody. I thought it was just me. People did come up to me afterwards, so I think it's however you heard it or whatever. We kind of laughed it off. Me and my ex never discussed it.
Really?
Wow.
So did the best man at all say anything outside of that to you at the wedding?
Yes. So actually, at the after that point, I was kind of shrugging it off we were friends. He's just drunk, whatever. And whenever I went on the dance floor for the entire night, he came up to me and we danced, and he was like, if I'm the best man, then why didn't you give me a chance? Why didn't you? Why didn't you choose me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And he was just like, nothing. I love you. I love him. And he kind of just walked away. And that was the thing that hit me the most, because I had never heard anything like that from him. And I just walked upstairs to my honeymoon room, sitting in my wedding dress on the floor. Did he just tell me that he loves me? Does he have feelings for me? I have no idea what that meant.
So your wedding night then, does it play out like a regular wedding night, or are you too distracted by the fact that the best man just told you that he loved you and asked you why you never gave him a chance?
It was something that I couldn't let go of. It just stuck in my mind.
So how was the marriage?
Yeah, good.
No.
I wonder why, Desiree.
Yeah, I was married for a year, and it wasn't because of this situation. It was other stuff. Yeah, a year went by and we didn't work out. And whenever it didn't work out, I found out more about me and Bryant, I guess.
So hold on here. So when your marriage started to not work out, that's when you gave Bryant that chance, right?
Yeah. Whenever me and the first husband wasn't working out, we just were hanging out and he was there for me. And one night he kissed me. And
how did it feel in that moment?
It was unexpected. I never knew how it would go beyond that. And when we kissed, I felt all that connection we had as friends, it was a good kiss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Before we go any further, let's bring Bryant in, the best man at that wedding, which was, you guys have been together now for how many years?
11 years.
11 years.
Wow.
Married 10. Hey, Bryant.
Hey, guys.
What's going on, man?
Hey, not much. Somebody finally wants to hear from me.
Did you know that day, that wedding day, that you were going to say what you said on that mic?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
didn't? No.
What was it? Was it the little bit of alcohol? The liquid courage came out?
Yeah, a little bit of liquid courage came out, So I didn't plan any type of speech. until about 5 minutes before I had to make it. So I scribbled some stuff on a napkin, and it was my time to speak, and I guess you could say I went off script a little bit.
Yo, but then when you went and danced with her later on, you went off script again.
Yeah, I did. So I've always had feelings for Des. I guess I suppressed them for so long.
Were you bothered at all, Bryant, by even being the best man at that wedding because of the feelings you had for Desiree?
Yeah, it was a tough situation to be in.
So Desiree was talking about that kiss, that first time you guys kissed, and how wild and electric it was, and how everything made sense in that moment. Talk to us about that kiss.
Yeah, so we were watching a show. I think it was The Office.
Yo, that's my favorite show, guys. Which episode? Please tell me it was Dinner Party.
We just started watching it. It was like the beginning of it.
Okay, so you guys are sitting around watching The Office, and what was your move, Bryant?
Well, we were just sitting there, and I just kind of leaned over and gave her a kiss, and I asked her if I could do it again. She said yeah, and there we go.
And then again, and again, and again, and again.
Yeah.
Enough to have four. Yeah, enough to have 4 sons. That's how much.
Hold on here, you guys got 4 kids now?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yo,
y'all got to
guys.
stop kissing.
It's so perfect you guys are watching The Office because your life story is The Office. Bryant, you were Jim, Desiree was Pam, and at one point...
I know.
And your ex is Roy.
We have joked so much about that. When we started watching it, we're like, this is legit our life.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, congratulations. So you got 4 kids. You've been together 11 years, married for 10. This was Desiree and Bryant, a hell of a story, man. I really appreciate both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great day, Jim and Pam.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I see that Al Pacino's trending. And, why? And Al Pacino, at the age that he is, he's like 1,000. I always think 2 things. Either 1, he got COVID, or 2, he died.
I know.
But
I hate
neither
when
of
you,
those
I hate
things.
when you wake up and somebody like that is trending. Like Eddie Murphy was trending all day yesterday, and I didn't click on it at the beginning. No, I think it was his birthday or something like that.
So the reason why Al Pacino is trending is because Jason Momoa posted a picture. He was out for dinner with Al Pacino, right?
Yeah.
And people are freaking out over the fact that, so Al Pacino has his phone face down on the table.
Right.
And people are freaking out over the phone case that Al Pacino has.
Oh, why? What does he have?
Because it's a Shrek phone case.
Really?
It's just got Shrek faces all over the thing. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. It's like $12 or $13 on Amazon. Somebody found it. Yeah.
Stop it.
So, like, God bless Al Pacino and his Shrek iPhone case. But that's the reason why is because of a phone case that's got Shrek on it.
Come on now.
Yeah. I was like, of all the things
But you
for
don't
Al
think-
Pacino to be trending about.
Can I tell you what I think it is?
What?
I think that Al Pacino doesn't have a phone of his own. And I think that when Al Pacino goes out and like does something like dinner, whatever it is, like either like his publicist or somebody like that goes, okay, here's a phone, right? It's unlocked. If you need me, call me. If I need you, I'll call you. And that is
Sure.
not even his phone. Guaranteed that it's somebody else's.
This is for safety.
Yeah,
For your safety,
exactly.
basically.
Yeah, I can't
right?
send you out in the world to a dinner and not have you not have a phone. So you need a phone.
Here's a photo that someone was able to pinpoint because when you look at the photo at first, like I saw the phone, right? And I saw the phone case, but I was like, I didn't like zoom right into it to see that it was a Shrek phone case. Yeah. But like there are people who
headphones attached to it too.
who
Like,
really
not-
pay attention
maybe
to that stuff.
Not
right?
even AirPod. That's why you know it's his, right? It's got like big like headphones attached
Yeah.
to it. And no air. Like Al Pacino's not wearing AirPods, right?
But if you're wondering why Al Pacino all of a sudden is trending on Twitter, it's
Yeah.
because he's got a phone case that's got Shrek all over it.
Right.
And people are loving that fact.
You know, I never had like a fun phone case.
Never?
No.
Really?
No.
Actually,
I
that doesn't
never.
surprise
I
me.
never had a fun phone.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Just black. That's all. That's it. Rubber.
Yeah.
That's
you
all.
never wanted like something?
No,
something else?
no.
More, what's the one that you have? Is it Minions or who do you have on
Me,
yours?
it's just a purple case.
Oh, what was the one that you had before though? You had one with like a face on it, right? A cartoon character or something?
No, never.
No.
No.
Come on.
No, not me. No.
No?
Oh, I thought you
never had a fun phone case?
No, I just have a purple one.
What
right
did
now
you have
'cause
before, though?
It was a black one, but I could only get because iPhone 6. It's hard to get a case for it, so I could only get purple.
Yeah, I'm not gonna laugh. All right, that's cool. That's cool, man.
Maury out here working vintage.
It'll come back again.
Is that what that is? Of iPhone 6?
Yeah, and you can only get purple on Amazon. It's
That's
all
the
that's
only
left.
case that's left.
Yeah.
There's one. God, how fast things change. And when was the 6 released? Like not
what,
that long ago.
5 years ago?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
I know,
right?
but that's the thing with Apple, though, right?
Bro.
Once they've advanced to the next level,
You're stuck with a
that's
purple
it.
case.
Anything in the past, like
You're done.
You are finished.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You got to get like bootleg or something.
That's
crazy,
right?
man.
Shem, you ever have like a fun phone case?
Nah, black and rubber, just like Roz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just keeping it real.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mocha.
Yes, sir.
Look what time it is, my homie.
Oh, yes.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Sam Elliott apologizing for the comments that he made with Mark Maron on the WTF podcast, where he was talking about what is it? The Way of the Dog? Is that what the movie's
Power
called?
of the Dog.
Power of the Dog. Where he hated the movie, said it was garbage, a garbage western full of sort of latent homosexuality, and was accused of being, homophobic and all of these other things afterwards, and sort of rightfully so for what he said, but not only what he said, but the way he said it. So Sam Elliott was appearing on a Deadline's Contenders TV event yesterday, and this is what he had to say.
That movie struck a chord with me, and in trying to tell the guy, the WTF guy, how I felt about the film, I wasn't very articulate about it. I didn't articulate it very well. And I said some things that hurt people, and I feel terrible about that. The gay community has been incredible to me my entire career, from before I got started when I was in this town. Friends on every level, in every job description, up until today with my agent, my dear friend, my agent of a number of years. And I'm sorry that I hurt any of those friends and someone that I loved and anyone else by the words that I used. I also told this podcaster that I thought Jane Campion was a brilliant director, and I want to apologize to the cast of The Power of the Dog, brilliant actors, all, and in particular Benedict Cumberbatch. I can only say that I'm sorry, and I am.
Wow.
So it's a decent apology as far as apologies
I'd say
go,
so,
right?
yeah.
Acknowledge what you were wrong about, apologize for it, and, at least acknowledge that you are going to try and do better. That's how you
really
apologize.
nice cowboy boots while saying all that.
Well, that's
too.
Sam Elliott. That's what you get.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mark Wahlberg on Ellen today. The big story is I can't even imagine how often Mark Wahlberg gets asked if the Funky Bunch would ever get back together.
Oh,
you know what I
come on.
mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like
After all this time?
because it is. How long has it been since the Funky Bunch was around? Like what year was that?
30
even?
years at least?
Was it really that long ago?
Gotta be.
Has to be close to that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, we finally get a definitive answer from Mark Wahlberg on Ellen today.
There's a big resurgence of 90s projects coming back.
Really?
And I'm wondering
Really?
if someone offered you to possibly, would Marky Mark make a reappearance?
Yes, under the right circumstances.
No, really?
Well, I don't know about that far.
Oh.
But for the right circumstances, and yes, for the right cause, absolutely.
If there was a charity event,
Absolutely.
would you be able to remember all the lyrics of all your songs?
All my songs? No. Absolutely not.
Which song would you remember?
Well, Good Vibrations is easy, because I performed it so many times.
Yeah.
But, no, it's one of those things where even like when I'm remembering lines for movie, I drill them into my head for such a long time. Now, but if I just, give me 2 days to rehearse, and then yes, I could get back into the swing of things. I need to just hear it and feel it.
I would love to see that happen. We have to think of a charity event that we can make Marky Mark come back, because that would be amazing.
Now that he's put it out there in
Right?
the universe, you know it's going to happen.
They were active from 91 to 93.
No, jeez, that's a very small window. and also, that was like 91 to 93 being Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. That's like when grunge hit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was like Nirvana.
But
and then
you know
you had
he's gonna
Marky
do it.
Mark and the Funky Bunch. Bro, I would
He's
love
gonna
to
do
see
it.
it. I would love to see it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears and Sam Asghari are expecting a baby together. Britney said, I lost so much weight to go on my Maui trip to only gain it back again. I thought, geez, what happened to my stomach? And then my husband said, no, you're food pregnant. And then she said, so I got a pregnancy test and, well, I'm having a baby.
Damn.
And then Sam later went on Instagram to say, marriage and kids are a natural part of a strong relationship filled with love and respect. Fatherhood is something I've always looked forward to, and I don't take lightly. It is the most important job I will ever do. So he wrote that. So congratulations to Britney
Nice.
Spears. Because you remember, she had that forced IUD, right?
Yeah.
In her.
And she said as soon as she was done with the conservatorship, she was going to try to have a baby. So
Exactly.
this is no big surprise.
Her kids, Jaden and Sean Preston, I thought were older than what they are.
How old are they?
So
14 now?
Yeah, so Jaden James is 15 and Sean Preston is 16. But I thought they were older than that. No? Am I crazy?
really?
Yeah. To
No,
me,
that makes
they're-
sense to me.
Does it? Yeah. So anyway, so that'll be Britney's third. Congratulations to her. And can we just say, like, Kevin Federline, you know what I mean? Like, everybody thought that guy was such a huge piece of garbage, and maybe he still is. But you got to at least give Kevin Federline credit for not milking anything, right? Britney went through what she went through. He took the kids, or he got the kids, and, like, he never milked anything. You never saw him on anything after that.
Did he not do a season of Dancing with the Stars? Or maybe not.
Maybe.
Did he?
I don't. Maybe.
If so,
maybe
maybe
he
that
did.
was like
maybe
the
he did. Yeah.
like the most that he's ever
The
done.
most he's ever done, but like,
Yeah.
because he was like fame is my thing, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
he was that kind of guy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember we were talking the other day when Mark Wahlberg was selling his house for like $90 million, and we were like, well, who buys that? And we are like, only other famous people buy famous people houses, and you see those stories all the time.
Oh, and we looked at the pictures of that house.
Yes.
That's too much
It's
house.
too much
Okay,
house.
golf
It's an
course,
airport.
full basketball court. Like, he's got basically a Good Life Fitness in his
Yes.
basement, a Cineplex theater in his basement.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's got
too much.
His bedroom is like bigger than the Damnit's condo.
Oh my God! His bedroom,
everything's bigger than
his
the
bedroom.
Damnit's condo.
His bedroom is the size of the floor of the Damnit's condo that they live in. So here's another one. Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo just bought Rob Lowe's house for $52 million. And here's the thing that I didn't know though is that Adam Levine and Bahati, they're house flippers, like you see on like HGTV and stuff.
What?
They've flipped 7 houses since 2012. What? So they buy them, they do stuff to them, and then they flip them for profit.
So wait,
the-
do they not
millionaire
live in them?
homes?
Million, like
And then
50
flip
million.
them to other millionaires?
Yes, they are house flippers of $50 million homes. I don't know how much of a rental
That-
budget you put into a house that's already $52
That would
million.
be a show that I would watch.
Thank you. Yeah, if he wasn't
Right?
such a jerk.
Truth.
So is this house that they bought, Rob Lowe's house?
It's beautiful.
Are they
It's beautiful.
You think this is for them to live or for them
No,
to flip?
I don't think so. I think they're going to flip it.
If you want to see how they like decorate and stuff, they did a tour of their house for Architectural Digest on their YouTube.
Really? You know who's the best at this? You know who used to flip houses too?
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
Yep.
What?
I didn't know that.
Jennifer Aniston. You look at the property Jennifer Aniston has owned and what it looked like when she bought it and what it looked like when she sold it.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, as far as these sort of celebrity house designers for being able to take one and turn it into something else.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, hands down, pants down, the best of all of them.
Wow.
Now, does she
Her
work with
places are
a-
beautiful.
Like a designer, you think, or she
from
goes
what
in
I
and
know,
she's like
from what I know, a lot of it is her. Like that's her thing.
like Pottery
And-
Barn, right?
Yep, you're
Great
one.
Friends
You're one.
reference.
You're one.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg on the Ellen Show, answering a series of rapid fire questions. But the one that, I think that Mocha's probably going to be most excited about is Mark Wahlberg finally answers the questions on who could do more pull-ups, Mark Wahlberg or The Rock.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to Mark's answer,
Yes.
I'm going to say The Rock.
Hell no.
I'm gonna say The Rock.
Rock's got to pull up way too much weight.
He's too heavy.
He's way too heavy. Way
and Mark
too
Wahlberg
heavy.
is pretty lean right now.
Yeah.
I'm still going to
Yeah.
say The Rock. I'm,
Okay.
I'm ride or die for my guy.
Okay,
The
there we
Rock.
go. Okay, okay.
Who can do more pull-ups, you or The Rock?
Oh, I could do more pull-ups than The Rock.
How many pull-ups can you do?
I mean, the max I do is probably like 40, but clean ones.
40 pull-ups.
Clean ones.
Is it true that you still have the prosthetic that you wore in Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Where is that?
It's in a safe, locked away. It's not something I can leave out. All of a sudden, my kids are looking for, the spare phone charger and pull
Right.
that thing out. What the heck?
Have you ever encountered a ghost?
No. Somebody gonna jump out of this
No.
box?
No. Would you want to?
What? Encounter a ghost? No, but I have many encounters with my mom and my dad in my dreams that seem very vivid and very real.
That is how people come to you sometimes in your dreams.
Well, then yes, often,
Yes.
and I welcome that every day.
I think that is them visiting you. What's the strangest thing you've ever been asked to endorse?
Oh my God, adult diapers. I said, I understand if people need adult diapers and that kind of support, fantastic, but I can't be like in an adult diaper commercial being like, these are the best fitting diapers that I've ever had.
You'd never know I'm wearing them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, how quickly will we now see videos going back and forth between The Rock and Mark Wahlberg in the gym doing pull-ups?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dee, but do you know what he was talking about when she said the prosthetic from Boogie Nights?
Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, you know what it is, right?
Okay, just making sure.
The hand movement that you made just now is
That's
explanation enough. So you're good.
Yep.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, somebody pulled apart Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal and put it back together, but only using the sounds, no actual words. So, Jackson was always like that. Woo! All that stuff. So this is Smooth. Yeah, exactly. This is Smooth Criminal with no actual words.
Come on.
What a jam, huh? So good.
If you listen to, what was it? We were listening to like a Michael Jackson playlist the other day, and I think it was "Do You Remember the Time?" Close to the end.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't realize like how much he actually yells.
Oh God, yes.
Do ya? Do ya? Do ya?
Yeah, you transition. You do the perfect hybrid between Lil Jon and Michael Jackson.
What? Do ya? Do ya? Do you remember?
Whatever, it's his birthday. Let him do whatever the hell he wants to do. For God's sake.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ben Affleck and J-Lo, we know that they were engaged, but how did it all happen? How did the perfect proposal? And remember, this is like the second time Ben has now proposed to J-Lo.
Oh.
So how did the perfect proposal all go down?
Okay. Helicopter ride to
interesting.
the top of like a mountain where there was a chef that had prepared like a 5-course meal.
Really?
And like a band playing.
Yeah. Okay. Here's J-Lo describing the proposal.
It was totally unexpected. My love came in, Ben came in, and he got down on one knee, and he said some things that I'll never forget. Then he pulled out a ring, and he said, "Will you marry me?" And it was the most perfect moment. Feeling so lucky. It's not often you get a second chance at true love. We feel very lucky. I love you too. Yay! Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married.
That does not sound like they're at the top of a mountain.
So this all happened while J-Lo was in the bath.
At home?
Yeah.
Not like a sexy bath up on the top of a mountain with a band playing?
No, J-Lo shared that Ben Affleck proposed while she was enjoying a bubble bath.
I guess, unexpected. All right.
Also, J-Lo, Ben Affleck looking at a new house. So they had put an offer in on a $55 million house out in Bel Air.
Don't tell me they were outbid.
And they didn't get it. It didn't go through. So J-Lo and Ben Affleck are now looking to spend $165 million on Aaron Spelling's old place.
Okay.
Okay. And like the neighbors there, I think the neighbors are like Kylie Jenner in the Playboy Mansion is, I think, like how that sort of neighborhood works.
Okay.
So it's $165 million. It was always called Spelling Manor because Aaron Spelling had built it. This is where Tori Spelling grew up and Candy Spelling and then all the money and all the problems. 14 bedrooms. It was sold to like a 29-year-old a couple of years ago, who I think is the daughter from the guy who owns like F1 or something like that. What? Yeah, and then she
Hold on, how old was she?
She was young. Like I don't even know. I think that she sold it when she was 33, right? And she
You need a house with 14 bedrooms for.
Bro, she put $20 million into renovations in that house.
No.
Okay?
What do Ben Affleck and J-Lo need a house with 14 bedrooms for?
I don't know. But this house is like, it's a castle. Like
Petra Ecclestone.
That's who it was. Yeah, Petra Eccles. Whose daughter is she, Maury? I think it's the guy who
Mr.
owns.
Ecclestone.
Thank you.
Bernie Ecclestone.
Yeah, but who's he? I didn't just need the man's name. Am I supposed to know who Bernie Ecclestone
Former
is?
CEO of Formula One.
For F1. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. He runs Formula One. Billionaire.
How crazy would it be if they were like, you know what? We just want to downsize.
Yeah.
And residential neighborhood, small house.
Right.
Like 4-bedroom.
Right. Yeah.
Like at the end of a cul-de-sac.
No,
Because
that's
people
not
just
gonna
wouldn't leave
happen.
them alone, right?
No, that's not going to happen. At one time, this house, though, the Aaron Spelling house, when it was sold years ago, it was at that time the most expensive purchase for a single-family home in all of America.
Really?
And I think that was 55 mil or something like that, or like maybe 80 mil, and
So
now
how
it's up
much
to
are they-
165.
165. That's what
Yeah.
J-Lo and Ben.
That's the
Affleck.
asking price for it.
165.
165.
So they jumped from making an offer on a $55 million house.
They upped their offer by
$165 million.
They upped it by 115 million
Yeah.
or 100,
That
110
was
million.
the jump.
110 million was the jump. Yeah. You know, some people have a budget and they're like, okay, we didn't get the place that was, 680,000. Maybe we can go to like 725 if we really do it. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were like, okay, we didn't get the place for 55 million. Maybe we just upped that to 165. Like, what the hell, man?
With room to grow.
Right?
Still.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Gilbert Godfrey passed away. My God, I love Gilbert so much. Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey, you know his voice. This is what Gilbert sounded like.
Hi, this is Gilbert Godfrey, and you're listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Oh, he was so lovely.
My God, Gilbert,
when
the
he
best.
visited our show.
Gilbert was 67. He passed away after a battle with a form of muscular dystrophy. One of my favorite sort of bits that he did was anytime you got like either Gilbert and Norm Macdonald together or Gilbert and Bob Saget together, also R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. It was always beautiful because they were just such good friends and they all made each other laugh. But this is a little bit of Gilbert at the Bob Saget roast. Listen to this.
Now, I watched Bob Saget's HBO special in high def because in order to enjoy it, you have to be either high or deaf. But his career is totally insignificant. I Googled Bob Saget and it came back, why?
I will say, for somebody like Deepa, you'll recognize his voice from your favorite movie, Aladdin, because Gilbert Godfrey was the voice of Iago, the parrot. Right?
Yeah. And also
to be honest,
yeah, go ahead.
Like that's the only thing I know him from.
Most, I would say a lot of
unfortunately.
people.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of people from
He's one of my favorite
from-
comedians.
from Aladdin. Yeah, same here. Years ago in the 90s when I was interning on the Howard Stern show, I remember being in the office because Gilbert was on all the time on that show. And there was one day where you were just sitting there, you would answer phones when sort of in between shifts and this kind of stuff. And the calls coming into that station and that show were just endless. But it was just one sort of central number. And then you would transfer people to the other producers and everything else. And got a call one day and it was just somebody who was like, hey, is so-and-so there? And I was like, yeah, who's this? And they were like, it's Gilbert. And I was like, Gilbert who? And they were like, Gilbert Godfrey. And I was like, okay. And then so I put them on hold and I was like, hey, somebody on the phone says that they're Gilbert Gottfried. And they look at me and go, does it sound like Gilbert Gottfried? And I was like, no. And they went, cool, put him through. Because a lot of people would call up faking Gilbert's voice to try and get through.
Gotcha.
Because the thing is that Gilbert doesn't sound like that, right? Like Gilbert doesn't sound like that at all in real life.
The high nasally yelling?
Not even
Really?
close. So and then years after that, Howard released a clip of an old voicemail that Gilbert left for Gary, their producer. And this is super hard to hear. It's like old audio, but just wait till you'll hear Howard talk, and then you're going to listen for a voicemail, and the voice on that voicemail, believe it or not, is Gilbert Gottfried. Listen to this.
And this is Gilbert's real voice. Just as scary. Yes. All right, but it's like a whole different guy. All right, here it is.
Yeah, Gary, it's Gilbert.
You're
I'll
kidding.
probably be there tomorrow, but if you could call me up and just tell me what exactly is going on tomorrow, who's going to be there and everything like that.
He just sounds like a regular guy from New York.
Regular dude. A regular dude. And he was so committed. Gilbert Gottfried was so committed to that voice that he never broke. Like, if you remember after 9/11, they did all those 9/11 specials. And there's one 9/11 special where they do a really long interview with Gilbert Gottfried. And it's from the heart, man. And he's in the voice.
He's still doing the voice.
Talking about 9/11. Yeah.
But you know what? When you see him,
I know.
You expect the voice. Like the two match.
Yeah.
They have to go together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, Gilbert was he was one of the beautiful ones. R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, here, listen. Can we play this Charlie Puth clip real quick?
Yes.
So Charlie Puth in 2019, I guess, was releasing music that maybe he wasn't happy with and other people weren't, but nobody really had the guts to say anything to him. He was one of those artists that was making a lot of people a lot of money, but maybe he wasn't happy and people just needed him to crank out the tunes, right?
Yeah.
And so what he needed at that point was somebody to just come up and give him the truth. And listen to this story. This is the night he met Elton John.
The most important thing you can do, and all the songwriters watching this right now, is when you write a song, it's important to tell the truth. And I wasn't really doing that in 2019. And the person who kind of awoke in my senses was none other than Elton John. I met him at Craig's, the restaurant, and he came up to me and said, how are you? Hi. I'm like, you're Elton John. I'm like, yes, I am. Your music sucked in 2019. It wasn't good. And I was like, it was like a gut punch, but I had been thinking that as well. And I just, I'd gone through a messy breakup, and I think that was also going alongside it. And it was a kind of a wake-up call a little bit to really, I was in denial a little bit. And then the whole world shut down, and I was able to kind of sit with my new way of making music and just decided that I would never put out a song again if it weren't the truth.
Wow. Hey, your music sucks.
Yeah.
I'm Elton John.
Thanks, Sir Elton John. Big fan.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.